Hello everybody, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Man City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. It's another Champions League night. It's a Champions League night which I think which it's not gonna be easy. Slovan Bratislava, for example, you think the team is easy to beat, but it's not easy. Especially away, these kind of teams are in the Champions League for a reason, and especially away, these kind of teams are not easy to beat. Both the captains there, Gundogan and Weiss. Weiss was an ex-City Academy graduate. He was telling in the pre-match interviews, he was glowing praise about City and stuff. So will be an interest. It's interesting that Gundogan's playing. I thought Pep will give Gundogan a rest. What's even more interesting is Stefan Ortega starting over Edison. Don't know what it is. Stefan Ortega starting over Edison and Savinho getting a start. Grealish rested obviously for Doku. Haaland I thought will get a rest, but he does not want to catch a rest, especially when you're a striker and you're in that sort of form. Nunez is very interesting for me, and the role Foden starting is also very interesting for me. So what this suggests for me is that there are clear cut demarcations here. Gundogan is will be the holding midfielder. Matthews Nunez will be the box to box midfielder, and Phil Foden is the central attacking midfielder because Savio is a pure winger, Doku is a pure winger, so no one's gonna come inside. It's gonna be purely maintaining the width with Foden giving all of the space in the middle. Will be very interesting. I would actually say it's kicked off with City having the ball. Rico Lewis starting. John Stones starting. There were some people who were telling that John Stones could be the replacement for Rodri. I mean, one thing we'll have to be clear is in this world, in this universe, there is no one who can be a like to like replacement for Rodri right now because he's the best in the world simply. It's almost like if I'm asking you, Muhammad Ali is injured, could you get me another boxer to fight in place of him? It's impossible. Jeremy Doku with the ball, Jeremy Doku with the cross, and we get a corner and we're shit at set pieces. Good to see that nice aggressive shift from Jeremy Doku. So replacing Rodri is impossible, just like getting an alternative to Muhammad Ali. So I think I actually quite like the setup of this midfield. Gundogan, Nunez, Foden, it has everything in you. The running power of Nunez, Gundogan can actually hold, and Nunez and Gundogan can actually exchange a bit and change their roles a bit, and then Foden with the all-out attacking midfield role. And another shit set piece. How many times this season will we actually concede chances to the opposition team from our corner? What the hell are we doing with set pieces, guys? Look at that. How many times will we concede a chance to the other team from our set pieces, from our corner? What the hell is happening? Why does it always happen? Why does it always happen? Why are our corners always so shit? That is a goal. That is generally a goal. The finish was good, but another day that is a goal. Why? Why are we doing this? Why haven't we learned? Right from the game to Chelsea to this game, every game, including the Newcastle one previously, you will actually see that we have conceded the most number of chances to an opponent from our corner. Rico Lewis does well. It has to be 1-0. Had to be 1-0. Erling Haaland, missing it. Great thing for Rico Lewis. It had to be 1-0 City. Had to be 1-0 City, to be honest. What a ball that was from Rico Lewis. I think Rico Lewis is looking much better in the right back position. I mean, Rico Lewis, you can play him in that box to box role when Rodri is beside him. Without Rodri beside him, it almost looks a travesty to play him there. I'll keep a close eye on Nunez, to be honest. I like him very much. His first season acclimatation is up. He has to prove this season. He's a great runner with the ball. I do not know why people, discount Matthews Nunes as if it doesn't exist as well. Erling Haaland stolen the ball. That's just behind Phil Foden. Just behind Phil Foden. Well done by Haaland. That's the best he could do in that situation. This is excellent from Erling Haaland. Matthews Nunes, I think, it's gone out. Actually, Savinho, and it's gone out. Savinho could not keep it in. The shit from set corners has to stop. I don't know what Pep Guardiola discusses so much with Ian Malilo. Take a second to discuss the shit that is happening from your corners, Pep. It's been a very fast start. Slovan Bratislava having a chance. City having two chances, I must say. Almost two chances. Look at Slovan Bratislava pressing. This is very good. Teams are looking to press City right now. Rico Lewis does well. Stephen Ortega has to come out. Ortega to Rico Lewis does it as calmly as I've seen anyone bar Ederson do it. Ilkay Gundogan with the ball. It's so comfortable for Gundogan in the CDM role, to be honest. Savinho on the ball. Savinho back to Gundogan. Great ball in from Gundogan. That attempt was good, to be honest. And Gundo in top form, you would expect him to complete that cross, but he doesn't, to be honest. And very fast start to the game. Almost 5 minutes gone, and it's been nothing short of breathless, breathtaking on both the sides. Rico Lewis, John Stones, Phil Foden in between the lines, back to John Stones. Gundogan again. Gundogan's in between the lines. Jeremy Doku maintaining the with Rico Lewis on the inside. Doku is found Gundogan there. Gundogan back to Doku. He has to find Foden there. Doku has to find Phil Foden there. There's no chance to find Phil Foden. He's kept the ball amazingly well. Well done, Jeremy Doku. It comes back to Stones. Stones to Guardiola. Guardiola to Gundogan. Phil Foden with an excellent piece of skill. He passes out to Savinho. This is the best I've seen us play this season. To be honest, Savinho there tries to go on the outside. Cross in, well defended. City have the ball again. Gundogan. Manuel Akanji has to get it. John Stones does well. Josko Guardiola, the move has not broken down. This is super. Wing to wing in the center. Everyone involved. Gundogan. It's back to Savinho. Erling Haaland just cannot get there. Gundogan again. And it's got Guardiola there and it's gone out. This is super from City. Very well done, I must say. Super from City there. The best I've seen us play. The speed of play, the poise of movement, the tenacity in winning the ball back, the tenacity in not the resilience in not allowing the move to break down. It's just excellent from City. And we move on. Josko Guardiola. Guardiola to Stones. Our defense looks so stable with John Stones in there. Look at the range of passing from Stones as well. Matthews Nunes. He does absolutely well to bring in Phil Ford and Jeremy Doku. Doku has to return the favor to Ford in there. I don't know how he does it. I think Nunes with a bit of a bad touch, but doesn't matter. Manuel Akanji, John Stones, Rico Lewis. Lewis does absolutely well. Killer ball. Jeremy Doku has to pass the ball in. Gundogan hits it and Gundogan scores. Maybe that is what Ilkay Gundogan needed to resurrect the season. Ilkay Gundogan over there. Come on, City. Woo! What a goal that is from Ilkay Gundogan there. The strike, the poise, that is Gundo. I know there was a slight deflection, but it was just a matter of time before the ball went into the net. Jeremy Doku does exceedingly well. Savinho tried it, and then and then one of the defenders tried to clear it. Probably the goalkeeper was maybe saving it, but Savinho's shot was good and Gundogan's shot was very, very good. 1-0 and we move on. What a goal from Gundogan. I just think Gundogan needed a bit of confidence there too. to just get out of that rusty patch which he is going on. Just cannot underestimate Ikai Gundogan getting him on goals. Phil Foden there with the pausa, with Gundogan. Phil Foden's displaying what Pep is asking him, having that momentary pause in the midst of a midfield that is always dynamic. This is excellent from City. Savinho almost there. Gundogan getting it back, and that's not a foul. Referee is right over there. Slovan Bratislava do absolutely well to get the ball out there, and come on, City. Phil Foden's just look. He looked very sharp against Newcastle after he came on, and he's looking very sharp now. I've not managed to have a glimpse of Nunez there. Let's have an eye on Matthews Nunez as well and what he's up to be honest. Guardiola does absolutely well there. Matthews Nunez there on the outside. Interesting. Matthews Nunes is actually occupying the left flank more, and Guardiola is coming inside. Phil Foden one touch passing. Jeremy Doku. That's a corner, and this is where I'm worried with the corner because we tend to concede the most amount of chances to the opposition from the corner. It's actually a goal kick, to be honest. Relieved that we didn't get a corner. Manuel Akanji, John Stones, Guardiola, Rico Lewis. Yes, there's no Kyle Walker, but his issues off the field have been ridiculous. Again, it's his personal life. We can't comment too much, but just think I think Walker's around 35, not 34, if not 36. So I think Walker is slowly declining, to be honest, and we already needed to find a replacement. We sent Jan Kuto out. I mean, we sold Jan Kuto to Dortmund, but I would say Pep thinks Rico Lewis is his replacement. That is an excellent attempt by Ilkay Gundogan there. Gundogan just bringing the balls out wide, just so effortlessly, to be honest. John Stones again looking confident, just like Phil Ford and Manuel Akanji. Jeremy Doku. Doku started on the front foot as well. I think Semenyo is the one who's been quiet, but then most of the game has not been played down his end as well, to be honest. Jeremy Doku, Manuel Akanji. Savinho, Gundogan with a heavy touch. Unlike Gundogan there, you rarely see Gundogan have heavy touches. That's a throw in for City. I mean, it's a shame that Oscar Bob's injured. People are telling, yes, Palmer's good, but I just believe if Palmer's that good, I think Oscar Bob is a level above Palmer. Just I'm waiting for Oscar Bob to return, to be honest. Jasper Guardiola, Matthews Nunez is playing more of a left midfield role, Matthews Nunez, than his task, but running with the ball and stuff. But Jasper Guardiola does extremely well. Phil Foden is on the outside, Savinho. The Bratislava player got the ball, so that's fine. Again, the link up play between Foden, Savinho, Foden, Doku, it's just been very good in this match. Rico Lewis occupying most of the right hand side. Ikai Gundogan. Again, a stray pass. Gundogan is just not on it. A long touch, stray. Bad touch, stray pass. This is not what Ikai Gundogan is. Again losing the ball, Gundogan. And the Bratislava players are on a counter attack, but this is. And you just can't play a CDM role like this for City by losing the ball in those areas. Big teams would hurt you, to be honest. Kovacic was losing the ball against Newcastle there. Jeremy Doku, Manuel Akanji has to be a cross into the box. Josko Guardiola. That's interesting. Guardiola and Stones are both playing as centre backs. Akanji is pushing up almost on the right hand side. Rico Lewis in a more advanced right hand role, and then Matthews Nunes. Phil Foden has to shoot, and Phil Foden scores! What a goal that is from Phil Foden! Just imagine what it will do to his confidence. Look at that back left. There was almost no back left over there from Phil Foden. What a goal that is from Phil Foden. That is one of the best goals you'll see this season from any player. What a goal that is from Phil Foden. Look at the back left. There was absolutely no back left over there. Foden just eases it into the far corner. Look at that. Look at the goal scoring prowess of Phil Foden there. That is just fantastic. Erling Haaland knows it. And Erling Haaland acknowledges it. What a goal that is from Phil Foden. Come on, City. 2-0. Everyone's been good today, apart from Gundogan, one loose touch and one. Apart from one loose touch and one straight pass, and also one where he lost the ball in the midfield. Apart from that, it's been fantastic from City. Everyone, including Rico Lewis, Nunez, Savinho, Doku, Foden, everyone's been fantastic. Let's check the scores actually in the Arsenal PSG and other matches. Arsenal PSG 0-0, Dortmund leading Celtic 2-1, Inter leading Fuenlabrada 1-0, Leverkusen Milan 0-0, Barcelona leading Young Boys 1-0, Eindhoven leading Sporting CP 1-0. Arjit is here. Hey Arjit, how are you doing? Big up, bro. Thank you, Arjit. How are you doing? Rico Lewis, can Erling Haaland has to score? Haaland, you missed the second chance of today. It should have been 4-0 City with Haaland on a hat trick. That is a straightforward chance for Haaland. What certainly happened to his finishing there? That is a chance Haaland gobbles up. He scored 10 goals in the Premier League, and I think this is the easiest chance he's got of all the 10 goals, including penalties. This chance is easier for Erling Haaland than a penalty. So easy. I think he should have maybe chipped it across the keeper. So Arjit, how are you doing, mate? And do you support City? If you do, tell us the solution. What do you think about the Rodri problem? How should we address the Rodri problem? Rico Lewis. Ah, good run there from Matthews Nunes. Nunes is attacking the box, is getting into the box, which is very, very good. Pep loves it when players go and bang the box, they attack the box, they keep on attacking the box, not by passing but just by making those runs. Gundo, I think Savinho should be taking our set pieces both on the left and right hand side. Awful corner from Gundo early on. I don't know what they're trying with the corners right now. It's again so shit. Whenever we get a corner, I'm afraid that it could be something else. The ball needed to go to Doku there early on. The cross was on. Jeremy Doku does extremely well. Is it a penalty appeal? No, I think it's a corner, and I hate corners from City. I think Savinho needs to take them. Gundogan has been shit. Dupran has been shit on corners for us. I think if Jack and Savinho play, Jack and Savinho both, I would take the corners for us or take short corners. God's sake. Phil Foden, John Stones. Phil Foden there. That's a great pass. There, it's actually Matthews Nunez. That's a great pass from Matthews Nunez, and that's a free kick to City. Look at the dribbling of Matthews Nunez there. Superb. For a moment, I thought it was Stones, and then Stones doesn't move like that. It had to be Matthews Nunez. Nunez has had a fantastic game till now. 19 minutes gone, and he's been on it. I just hope that he gets a goal, Matthews Nunez, to be honest. He gets something in this game, a goal, assist, something, back his performance up. I don't know why Pep is not trying Nunez in that Rodri role, giving it to Gundo instead. Phil Foden in the half space. Well done, great pass to Jeremy Doku. And a ball in. Doku's offside there. Manuel Akanji trying to do something, but John Stones back there to the rescue. John Stones. There's a ball onto Savinho there, and Guardiola almost finds it. He finds Nunez, and Nunez finds Savinho there. I think Savinho on the right is so much effective. Similarly with Doku on the left, I don't know why he's not done that Pep Guardiola in this game. Jeremy Doku has to cut it back. He decides to go on the outside, and it's another corner. I bloody hate that. Bloody hate that corner there. Ilkay Gundogan taking the corner for the millionth time. Long corner, and as usual, we are shit at it. This corner was actually better. Good ball from Stefan Ortega. Savinho is free. Savinho is free. Playing Savinho. Yes. They played in Savinho. Guardiola's played in Savinho. And Savinho does exceptionally well. That's a corner for City. I think Haaland's down in the box, but that's a corner for City. Arsenal leading PSG 1-0. Interesting. It's another corner for City. Savinho is taking it now. First time Savinho is taking a corner. It's on the left hand side. Much better. The corner so much better. Still, whoever takes the corner, it ends up with the opposition team. Good tackle by Nunez there. Getting back. Phil Foden. Rico Lewis, great ball there to Jeremy Doku. Lewis does well, but Jeremy Doku again should try. Hits the post. Great shot from Jeremy Doku. That off his weak foot. Manuel Akanji. That is excellent there from Gundo, but it's a 2v2 at the back, and it's actually a free kick for Bratislava. The keeper was beaten. I mean, it's in the far corner, to be honest. It was right in the top corner there. Kai Havertz scores for Arsenal. Anyway, not as much interesting the games as people would have thought. Probably this is more interesting actually than the Arsenal PSG game. Bratislava with the ball, and they have just taken their foot off the pedal a bit. Rico Lewis, his positional sense is so good. He might not have the recovery pace of a Walker. I mean, not many have, but his positional sense is so good. Rico Lewis. Phil Foden. Ah, what a strike again by Phil Foden. Don't know why Erling Haaland did not gamble there, but that's a fantastic strike there from Phil Foden. Superb strike there from Phil Foden, to be honest. Stefan Ortega does exceptionally well. It's offside anyway, but Phil Foden's on fire. Look at that strike there from Phil Foden. How is it any less to what Cole Palmer does? Anyway, just look at that near post. I mean, we should have been at least four more goals about. Say Haaland misses two easy chances. I hope Haaland does not carry this form into the Premier League. To be honest, Oscar Guardiola. Nunez trying to be a bit cute over there, but it was not. And Oscar Guardiola again. Savinho, Rico Lewis, Manuel Akanji. Back to Rico Lewis. He has to find Doku there. Doku's not. Yes, it's done. Lewis, Phil Foden, Savinho. Ah, maybe there was an extra pass on there to Savinho. To be honest, the crowd enjoyed the ball going in there, but I just thought there was an extra pass on there to Savinho. To be honest, there was an extra pass on there to Savinho. To be honest, Foden does well. Guardiola takes it. I mean, someone has scored a banger at the Bernabeu. You would want him to take it on, but the positioning of Guardiola is very interesting. In the mid, in he is coming back to be a second centre back with John Stones, and then is also coming into the midfield. Nunez is the one who's going on the outside because earlier on in the season, except the last match, we've seen Savinho come in, Guardiola go on the outside, stuff like that. But certainly there's some tactical tweaking by Pep here. To be honest, there is some tactical tweaking by Pep. Foden just could not take it on the half turn, and But City's defensive structure, look at it, is very good to recover, to be honest. That recovery structure is very, very good. Yes, the Slovan player gets away. Rico Lewis positionally is there. Superb. Superb from Rico Lewis. Fantastic from Rico Lewis. Jeremy Doku does exceptionally well. Played back. Wow, superb from City. Excellent from City. Lewis is ready to start it right back. Rico Lewis is ready to start it right back. He's right now over Kyle Walker, if you ask me. Manuel Akanji taking his time on the ball, giving City rest. John Stones comes up to be an option for him. Rico Lewis. This is everywhere there, Rico Lewis. Does very well. Jeremy Doku. City play on. Foul on Rico Lewis. I thought maybe we should have tried to take a free kick there, but City don't want it. The run from Nunez is good, but no one finds him. It's a good run. Off the ball movement of Nunez is just very, very good. Look at it. He's not stopping. He's always moving there. Matthews Nunez. Look at it. He's making those runs. Savinho gets the ball. Nunez again makes that forward run. If you look at it, Nunez available there, but he loses the ball. It was crowded out, to be honest. Stefan Ortega gets there, and City have been absolutely perfect this half. Absolutely perfect. Apart from two or three mistakes by Gundo, I think very, very good. Slovan Bratislava with the ball. Nunez has been all over. His work rate is superb. I think if you have Bernardo, Savio, and Nunez in the team, I think one thing can be assured of is the work rate. They will run through absolute brick walls for you. Look at that. Rodri, that's the difference. I think Rodri or another CDM would have actually dispossessed the attacker. But Gundogan just is not physical enough. This is wonderful from Josko Guardiola. Look at it. Erling Haaland. Doku has to find Erling Haaland. The chance is gone. I think Phil had the chance to find Erling Haaland, to be honest. Jeremy Doku. No one there across the box. No one there across the box, but Phil had to try the through ball there. Interesting. The name of Bratislava's captain is varies, and the name of their coach is also varies. This is very interesting if you ask me. Phil Ford and Jeremy Doku. Electrifying performance from Jeremy Doku there on the right wing. I mean, if Doku can perform like that on the right wing, it solves a lot of issues. First thing is, I think you can play Bernardo in the midfield, which gives the midfield more solidity. There's another alternative to Savinho there, except Bernardo, because you're playing him in the midfield. There's a lot of things Doku can do that. There's a lot of things it solves. Jeremy Doku again, great. I thought he would take his man on, but again Nunez with a very good run there. It's just a matter of time that we get on the same length with Matthews Nunez, to be honest. 3-1, 1-0, 1-0. It's going to be a hell of a battle to finish in this top 8. Arsenal drew with Atlanta where they should have actually lost. Kenji, Gundogan, Phil Foden, Manuel Akanji in there again. Rico Lewis, Phil Foden with the final pass. Final pass just was well intercepted by the defender. The pass was good. Haaland was almost through, but it was well intercepted, I must say. Farhan is here. Hey Farhan, how are you doing? Farhan says Stones is closest to replace Rodri. But Farhan, the problem is Stones is himself made up of glass, right? The injury problems with John Stones is just so well known. So I do not think John Stones can play day in and day out. So his is not exactly the Rodri replacement, especially in a schedule where you have, 3 games in a week. Most of the weeks you have 3 games, right? I think John Stones maybe can play one. I cannot trust John Stones to even play 2 games in a week. In a week, he has his injury problems. Gundogan's not physical enough to be a DM. I mean the issue is more stark than what people actually imagine because we did not see Rodri being out for a season. When Mundo came, we thought, okay, if Rodri is out for a month or so, worst case scenario, 2 months, we could actually do something with Gundo, but we'll have to go into the market in January, to be honest. I know Kovacic is the only one realistically is the only one to replace Rodri. We did not exactly struggle against Newcastle. I mean, if you look at both, Rico Lewis does exceptionally well there. What a player. Doku has to play to Foden. Foden, what a shot from Phil Foden. He is exceptional from outside the box. Phil Foden over there, slowly getting into the groove. I mean, most of the social media reactions, Varan, after City lost to Newcastle was that even a lot of journalists have written, the Daily Mail, Telegraph, Athletic, they've written that City struggle without Rodri. But the reason why we drew to Arsenal, the reason why we drew to Newcastle is because of Kyle Walker. It's as simple as that. Kyle Walker with what he's done in defense against Newcastle, sorry against Arsenal, was not good enough. What he's done against Newcastle was not good enough. He bloody hell played everyone on side. He was the one marking Anthony Gordon. He played everyone on side. I mean, Kyle Walker was the reason why we dropped points against Arsenal and Newcastle. I think many people do not want to accept it. I know Walker is a captain. He's played a great role in the treble-winning season and all of that. But the truth is, Walker is not the player he once was 2 years ago. Football moves on. The show must go on. Walker is to blame. I want from the next match Rico as a right back. If it means conceding a goal on the counter attack like we did to Gordon, so be it. So be it. It cannot go much worse than that. So Rico as a right back. That's one thing I want to change. And Kovacic in the middle with Bernardo, Foden, or Nunez, Foden, Gundogan, Foden, whatever it is. So that is the setup I want. Rico as the right back, and that is almost a very good ball there from Rico Lewis. Farhan says true though. Walker's defensive line was very bad. Savinho's in. And is there a follow up? There is a follow up. Phil Foden should have had 4 goals on another day. This is Phil Foden. And people say Cole Palmer's a world beater. My boy Phil Foden is the best in the league. It's not Cole Palmer, it's Phil Foden who's the best in the league. Last season, Palmer got 21 goals, and they said he had to be he's the best in the league. My boy Phil Foden got 19 goals and 10 from outside the box with zero penalties. He's won a league on his own. 10 goals from outside the box is insane. I mean, for him, the last three goals that this is excellent. Gundogan there. Gundogan has to play in Doku. Another post. This should have been 8-0, 9-0 for now. Doku two post. Haaland missing two chances. Foden almost scoring two goals. Sabinho does exceptionally well. It looks like Mahrez is dancing. Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku going on the outside. Jeremy Doku crossing. And it's a corner for City. Slovan Bratislava is on their feet, but exceptional. It's a play from City. So, Farhan, if you look at the last three goals which City conceded, Walker is single-handedly responsible for all of them, and it's very rarely you see that a single player is responsible for giving away three goals in a row. The entire team should be held accountable, right? One goal is fine, but three goals and a single player is responsible for it. Rarely happens, and Kyle Walker's the one for that. Ridiculous on Kyle Walker. I still feel we maybe should have kept Jan Kuto and let Walker go. And another ridiculous thing is Walker being voted as the captain of captains or whatever that is by other players. Phil Foden's coming onto his own. Phil Foden's just getting there. A sharper Phil Foden could have made it 2-1 against Newcastle, to be honest. Slow Bratislava on the attack. So my ideal lineup right now would be Rico, Stones, Akanji, Guardiola. I mean Stones or Diaz could be that. Rico, Stones or Diaz, Akanji, Guardiola. Kovacic, Bernardo or Gundogan and Foden. Grealish, Haaland, Savinho. Ah, Jeremy Doku is looking so comfortable on his left foot. I do not think we can play another game with both Bernardo and Grealish together like we saw against Newcastle. I do not think. I mean, that Newcastle game gave you so many snippets where you think you just Pep cannot just pick a lineup like this. Walker at right back, Bernardo and Grealish both on the wings. Newcastle bloody hell were there for the taking. Fulham defeated them 3-1. What the hell are you playing Bernardo and Grealish together for? It's not a bloody. I mean, Pep had the audacity to go with Rico Lewis getting back. Rico Lewis one on one. This is where is offside anyway. Great line played by City. Newcastle are there from the taking. 3-1 defeated by Fulham, and you bloody play Bernardo and Grealish together on the wings. Ridiculous from Pep. Farhan says, I wish Rodri had the captain's armband. I just wish Rodri was healthy and fit and was sitting on the bench or was enjoying an extended break. Walker with that armband is just ridiculous. At least give it to Ruben Diaz. Nuna Erling Haaland there has been played wide. Ilkay Gundogan, Jeremy Doku, Gundogan there, Manuel Akanji. I mean, this summer is going to be a long one. I mean, there were some defining summers in the history of this football club. One of the summers was the summer when we got in David Silva and Yaya Toure, which laid the foundation to, Mancini winning that, and Sergio Aguero as well, who came on later, which led to the foundation of City winning the league later on. Another summer was when we got Kevin De Bruyne, and I think Sterling came then or the summer before, I'm not sure. And then another summer was when Pep got Kyle Walker and Mendy in, though Mendy didn't work out. And that summer we spent for 500 million, 300 million, I think. I think in the last 10, 15 years we've had at least 3, 4 defining summers. I think every 3 years, 4 years we have a defining summer, and I think the defining summer was looming. It's offside. The offside trap is fantastic today. I think this was the defining summer which is looming and we didn't do much business in the market. The next summer is absolutely looming and defining. Samuel Ricky will be very interesting. The news is that we are monitoring both Ederson and Samuel Ricky, to be honest. Those are the two names that City absolutely. I'm sorry, Ederson and Andy Wharton, Adam Wharton. Phil Foden just couldn't keep it down. Phil Foden could have had 5 goals already this in this match. So good. Let me just check the scores of the other teams. Arsenal are just pumping Paris Saint-Germain, it seems. Havertz scores, Saka scores 2-0 at the Emirates. Dortmund are pumping Celtic as well, 5-1. Barcelona are also 3-0 up against Young Boys. And that's the end to the first half. It's a half that began with City having the ball and it ended with also City retaining the ball. This is a very good half of football, a perfect half of football, I must say. Irrespective of who the opponent is, and Slovan Bratislava are not slouches or something. Their counter-attacks have been very good, to be honest. But I think Pep will be a bit disappointed with only 2-0. We absolutely thumped Slovan Bratislava here. Should have been at least 3-0, 4-0. Foden himself should have got 3, 4 goals, to be honest. Everything was absolutely good. The only one thing I'm not convinced even after this half of football is Ikai Gundogan playing that CDM role. I mean, then the question is if Ikai Gundogan doesn't play that CDM role, then what role does he play? Box to box, I think that is his best role. Box to box, I think. And then again, the question is this is just October, the beginning. How are we going to drag on till January with this schedule, with rotating Gundogan and Kovacic as the CDMs with no reliability on Stones? I think you probably have to play Stones one game in a week and then Kovacic a game in a week. Probably Kovacic can play 2 games in a week, but the problem is Stones and Kovacic both are not exactly players who do not get injured. Both of them are, even Kovacic has his injury problems, to be honest. So that is another concern. Just imagine if Kovacic breaks down. What will be a solution then? It's, I just do not know. This is, I think, one of the biggest challenges that Pep has actually had in his managerial career. I think it's been a stellar career, but spanning roughly 15 years in 2008, 16 years, and I think he's not had a much bigger challenge than this. Because I do not think we've ever seen a CDM in a Pep Guardiola team being injured for missing out a season. I do not think Busquets never missed a season. I don't think Busquets ever missed a season. I don't think Xabi Alonso at Bayern ever missed a season. I think Fernandinho ever missed a season. Fernandinho hardly missed games for us. Rodri's never missed a season before this. So Pep Guardiola in his entire managerial career has never had his DM miss a season. He's had important players. He's had centre backs. We miss centre backs. We miss left backs, right backs. In fact, we won leagues without a full back, Zinchenko and stuff. We and Fabian Delph and stuff. We won leagues without strikers. I think so. This is a huge challenge, probably the biggest challenge Pep has ever had in his managerial career, if you actually ask me. because it's quite stark. I myself am sitting here and wondering. City is passing the ball left, right, and center, and I'm sitting here and wondering, how do we fill that rotary-shaped void? What do we do? Because there were moments where I'm seeing Gundogan goes into a duel with a Slovan Bratislava player. Slovan were on counter attack, and the player physically nudges him. If you have a proper CDM, that never would have happened. So that's I do not know. Maybe is Nico O'Reilly or Jacob Wright from the academy, are they the solutions? Because October, November, December, 3 months, lot gets decided in these 3 months. 3 months are a long, long period. Everything would get decided in these 3 months. So I honestly am struggling to find what is the solution. What is the solution to this dilemma? And we even since so on a loan, Tommy Doyle is on a loan. I always thought Callum Doyle, the centre back at loan at Norwich, could actually come in and play that rotary role. But let's look at the scores from. Let's actually look at the scores from the sides. Arsenal 2, PSG nil, Dortmund 5, Celtic 1, Inter 1-0 to Red Star Belgrade. Slovan Bratislava nil, City 2, of course. Foden with the second goal and Gundogan with another goal. Bayer Leverkusen AC Milan 0-0. This is interesting. Barcelona 3-0 to Young Boys. It's interesting to see who's playing as the CDM for Barcelona. Casado, I think they are giving their academic graduates so many chances. PSV Eindhoven 1, Sporting CP nil. Who do we have in the Champions League? Actually, the next match. Let's see what are next fixtures. 5th October against Fulham, and after that there's an international break, and then Wolves, and then we travel to the Molineux against Wolves on the 20th of October. So Pep has the international break to think till then. I think we defeat Fulham hopefully, and then go into the international break. And yeah, with just 4 points dropped, which is I think Liverpool have dropped three, and it's generally will be in the top two, top three in the league for sure then, and which is a good return before the second international break. And then we have Sparta Praha on 24th October, which should be relatively easier, and then Southampton travel to the Etihad, which should be maybe we should be fine. Molineux, Sparta Praha, Fulham, Molineux, Sparta Praha, Southampton, and then we travel to Spurs, and that is in the EFL Cup, so that's fine. Whatever happens, and then we go to Bournemouth, and then Sporting away, Brighton away, Tottenham at home. I think 23rd November is where I think we'll actually face our first big test against the next big team, and then Feyenoord away at Feyenoord at home in the Champions League, and then Liverpool away. So I think honestly, I think 23rd November is when we really face our big test. I actually think looking at the schedule, I actually think we can go into it till January without much loss, to be honest. Yes, we have Liverpool at Anfield to play, and then we have United at home, we have Juventus away. But then overall, I think Ipswich, Brentford, Leicester, West Ham. I mean, If you look at the entire schedule, I think what we play Spurs and we play Liverpool. Okay, Villa is going to be difficult, but I think we can somehow manage it till December or so, if you ask me, and then we'll could actually see till January we could somehow manage it, and then we'll could see. I honestly think that's why maybe if we could have got got that win against Newcastle, it could have been an even more comfortable position for us, to be honest. Two more extra points, lead the league by 1 point, and then we can see what we'll do. I'll just have a bit of water and come, and then we'll roll on. So just looking at the schedule, it's actually manageable. I think if we can just use up minds a bit and stuff, I think because what we are just 1 point off the top, which means there's nothing between Liverpool and us. It's almost equal, and Arsenal's there, of course. Chelsea is there, so I think there are a lot of teams that are stronger, and we've already beaten Chelsea on the first day, that too without Rodri. So I actually think if Pep can somehow tweak a few things, and I think I actually wonder that we need to be approaching this situation in an offensive way, not in a defensive way. What I mean is, I think I mean, why are we looking at this situation like who will provide, the defensive cover that Rodri would provide to our centre backs? Who will cover for the counter attacks and all? I think instead of that way, what we should think is we have Sabio, we have Doku, we have Haaland, we have Foden, we have Gundogan, we have a collection of we have Grealish, we have Bernardo, we have a collection of some of the best attacking players in world football at this time. Can't we outscore the opponents? Let them score one or two. Keeping clean sheets is not what we do here. We we don't want to keep clean sheets, but we'll outscore the opponent. We have bloody Haaland. Can't we outscore the opponents? And Kevin De Bruyne will be back. I think after the Fulham game. I think it's the international break, and De Bruyne will be back by then with the Wolves game. Hopefully, that's what Pep said. So I think we need to look at it in a counter-attacking manner of attacking the opponents, of outscoring the opponents rather than trying to keep clean sheets. That's not our game. If Arsenal wants to keep clean sheets, that's fine. If Liverpool wants to keep clean sheets, that's fine. If XYZ team wants to keep clean sheets, that's fine. We will outscore you. You score two, we score three. You score four, we score six. Because when the opposition scores, even they have to be open, right? So I think we need to approach it in a more offensive manner. I think because there's no solution to replacing Rodri, to be honest. John Stones, Josko Guardiol, Ikai Gundogan in that DM role with Matthews Nunes occupying the left midfield spot, Phil Foden, right midfield spot, Matthews Nunes, Jeremy Savinho actually, Ikai Gundogan, Josko Guardiola almost finds Phil Foden, to be honest, and Guardiola does extremely well over there. We have a team, I think, capable of outscoring any opposition. And I don't think we concede more than one goal, to be honest. Okay, the Arsenal one was the corner and they scored two stupid goals, but in general, I think this season we don't concede more than one goal. Can't we score at least two goals against any opponent? We can with this attack. You have the best attacking midfielder, the best young attacking midfielder in Foden, you have the best striker in the world in Erling Haaland. Can't you do that? That is very good by Slovan Bratislava. They are on the attack now. They are recycling the ball again. Ah, that was a good attempt to switch by the Slovan Bratislava player, but it just failed to be honest. But I would like to see us more on the front foot right now. Try to score three, four, five. Try to decimate opponents with your attacking approach, because that is the thing we can do. We cannot be conservative, depending on. I mean, especially on the basis of how our squad is and who we are missing. Again, we lose the ball. Press, press. Where is the press? And slow Bratislava get out of the press, but it's Nunes does extremely well. Gundogan takes it. That's much better from Mikhail Gundogan. That is the tenacity you require if you're playing in that Rodri role. Savinho, Jeremy Doku, not exactly a winger to winger pass, but Jeremy Doku has to cut it back. Doku comes on the inside, has to cut it back. Ah, good shot by Rico Lewis. Jeremy Doku again gets the ball back. Has to cut it back to Rico Lewis there. Had to cut it back to Rico Lewis, but what a shot from Rico Lewis. I mean, when I was watching the Wolves game, I just thought Tommy Doyle looked so good when coming on for Wolves against Liverpool. His set pieces, his free kicks, his range of passing. Just wish we had him in the squad. He could have actually covered for Rodri, to be honest. Gundogan does extremely well. Erling Haaland wants a goal today. He will not pass for sure. Gundogan does very well. Matthews Nunez has to find Phil Foden. Doesn't find Gundogan. Jeremy Doku tries to find Phil Foden but cannot. Josko Guardiol. Manuel Akanji. John Stones does well. Savinho. I mean, both Savinho and Haaland are desperate to get on the score sheet. They ain't passing to anybody today, and it's a counter attack. The Slava Bratislava players, and the ball's not good. The final ball's not good. Weiss gets on. Gundogan is in a good position to recover. This is what I'm telling. Be open, no problem, but try to outscore the opponent. That's the only thing. Jeremy Doku with the ball. Rico Lewis. Jeremy Doku. Doku back to Ikai Gundogan. Rico Lewis does extremely well. And I think that's a penalty. They brought Rico Lewis down. That's a penalty. I think that's a penalty. Everyone knows that's a penalty. But the piece of skill from Rico Lewis was just exceptional. That's a clear penalty. That's a penalty. Rico Lewis has been prepped, and that's a penalty. That's a clear penalty. That's attacking it. I don't know what VAR is checking, but that's a clear penalty if you ask me. I don't know why they've not given it. That's clear pen. Rico Lewis there was stripped. Rico Lewis is stunned over there that he doesn't get the pen. Matthews Nunez looking for options. He doesn't have any. He'll have to dribble through. Matthews Nunez on the outside. Well done by Foden. What a leap by Erling Haaland, but the header was just not to be for Erling Haaland today. Another day, another hat trick for Erling Haaland. Not to be for Erling Haaland today. So close. What a ball. That was for Matthews Nunez. It's not close actually. Haaland should have done better on that header, to be honest. John Stones has looked very good today. Great switch there from the Slovan Bratislava player, and I think they're away on the far side. Haaland must have been thinking, how am I goalless? I still can't believe that the Rico Lewis one was not a penalty. Just can't. It's unbelievable. How is this game still 2-0? I have no idea, I have no freaking idea, but let's see the scores. Barcelona 4-0. Young Boys Dortmund 5-1, Inter 1-0, Arsenal 2-0. Ilkay Gundogan with the ball. Matthews Nunez. Nunez back to Savinho. Savinho back to Nunez again. There has to be a ball and Josko Guardiol. Savinho. Josko Guardiol. John Stones comes in now for help. We have not seen Foden affect the game as much in this half as he has done in the first half, to be honest. What a dribble by Doku. It's a shame that it didn't reach a City player there. Jeremy Doku again on the ball. And it's a foot race. Josko Guardiol with the slow Bratislava player. Look at Matthews Nunes and Savinho sprinting back. That is very well defended. I think, but that is the danger. When you're playing so high with the counter attack, threat of a counter attack always on. Rico Lewis, Erling Haaland 1-on-1. Erling Haaland, Erling Haaland scores. That's 3-0 City. What a finish that is from Erling Haaland, and what a pick out that was from Rico Lewis. Wow, great pick out from Rico Lewis and Erling Haaland. With another kind of finish. I thought he would finish it first time. The goalkeeper thought he would finish it first time, but he took it around the goalkeeper, and then you thought he just took it too much. But no, it was an acute angle, but Erling Haaland can score from any angle. Great through ball from Rico Lewis there. That's the goal which Erling Haaland was craving for. Now can he get the second and the third and another hat trick? What a goal that is. Look at the run. When he's running, the defenders are so scared of coming up against him. That is superb there. Rico Lewis assist. Can he score one more? Savinho there. That is superb. That's a superb dribble from Savinho. I thought that was the second goal for Erling Haaland. It was so close with the header. The game has just burst open now. Look at the counter-attacking space there from Slovan Bratislava. We need to keep a clean sheet here. Ah, that is great counter-attacking football there from Slovan Bratislava. Let us look at the scores. The bloody scene. Erling Haaland's going off. James McAtee and Ruben Diaz are coming in. Interesting, James McAtee is coming in just on the hour mark. Manuel Akanji is coming up as well. There's a potential penalty check. I don't know what it is for. And the check is over. I don't even know what the check was for, to be honest. I think it's Phil Foden who's playing as a striker now. And James McAtee is playing in that CDM role. Sorry, in that attacking midfield role which Foden's vacated. That's I think Slovan Bratislava making the substitutions as well. McAtee is a very interesting substitution for me. I'm just wondering, is McAtee a false nine or is Phil Foden a false nine? Because I do hope we don't lose Erling Haaland of all people. And fingers crossed. And also another thing is, I thought he would maybe bring in Jack Grealish and try Grealish in the midfield. I think Grealish as a DM would be interesting. I think he's got all the skill sets which Gundogan has got. And he's also got the defensive ability. He's got a bit more defensive ability, and he's also got a higher passing range than Gundogan, I think, especially the long crosses, the long passes. John Stones, Josko Guardiol, Matthews Nunes is playing exclusively as a left winger now, to be honest. Ikai Gundogan, Stones again, Nunez there as well, John Stones, Diaz to Rico Lewis is playing as a right midfielder to Doku. Doku, take him on and come on the outside. Josko Guardiol, Ikai Gundogan, Gundogan again. Almost the perfect goal for City. Savinho over there. Final ball. Let's check the scores of the other teams as well. Inter 2-0 up against Red Star Belgrade. Bayer Leverkusen 1-0 in AC Milan. Leverkusen are just rocking it in the Champions League as well. Rico Lewis. Look at his body positioning, his touch. Everything's just superb. James McAtee, almost a good pass. Just that McAtee and Doku were not on the same page. In small spaces, McAtee is just supreme. He's just so good in those small spaces. James McAtee. John Stones again. Ruben Diaz with the ball. I hope he doesn't go for any long shoots. But Rico Lewis back to Doku. There's no one to cross. He has to cut inside. Good defending there. 2-on-1. I think once Haaland goes, it just becomes one dimensional. Either there has to be an overlapping run or a cross inside the box, and Foden ain't winning a header there inside the box. Josko Guardiol. I think we'll have to use Savinho more than Doku here. Rico Lewis, Jeremy Doku. I think Pepper suggested Doku to be on the inside and Lewis to be on the outside. Josko Guardiola, Phil Foden. This is back to the false 9 days where it's small little passes. Look at it. Supreme control. Offside, I think, anyway. But Rico Lewis gets in. Good shot by Doku. Angle was always against him. Dortmund 6, Celtic 1. Wow. Let's see the lineup of Dortmund today. City won a penalty there, but it's not going to give it. Jan Kuto is Jan Kuto is the right back, and Guerresi has been fantastic for them. Anyway, maybe think we could have let Jan Kuto stay as well, but Rico Lewis, Jeremy Doku. There's a ball onto Phil Foden there, but ah, great ball into Rico Lewis. I think it was from Josko Guardiola, and Lewis should have scored today. Lewis should have had a pen today. He should have had 2 goals. What a ball that was. I think it was from Matthews Nunez. What a ball that was. Had flashes of Kevin De Bruyne giving those balls in there. Well done to John Stones for winning that. And Jeremy Doku is on the front foot right now. Jeremy Doku. Phil Foden losing the ball there. Pep will not be happy with that. John Stones. That's well defended from Josko Guardiola, I think. Stefan Ortega. City on the counter attack here. It could be a potential 2v2 there. Phil Foden almost gets onto the ball and he does absolutely well to retain it. Superb stuff from Phil Foden. He's not an Erling Haaland to run with it, so he does very well there. The ball was also not disguised. I mean, it was so the ball was just so obvious. Rico Lewis, Jeremy Doku. Not an exactly wayward ball, but Josko Guardiola, Savinho in there. Savinho needs to dribble more. James McAtee. Rico Lewis just not able to receive in that space, but good interception there by John Stones and Jeremy Doku gets the ball back. Ikai Gundogan crosses it to Savinho. Savinho has to dribble inside. Phil Foden. That's a corner for City. And Savinho will take it. It's a left-sided corner. Inter 3-0 against Red Star Belgrade. I think no shocks or surprises today. The only shock today might just be Bayer Leverkusen winning against AC Milan, to be honest. Stefan Ortega has to come. Rico Lewis does extremely well. James McAtee has to score and James McAtee scores. Wow! What a goal that is by James McAtee. Wow! James McAtee with his first City goal. I don't know if he scored before, but I think this is his first City goal. What a goal by James McAtee. At least in Europe, it's the first for James McAtee. What a finish by James McAtee there. He's arrived into the box superbly. Just look at that. Rico Lewis, Phil Foden, James McCarthy, and boom. Wow. The ball from Phil Foden is just excellent. This is superb work from Phil Foden. He's got a goal and an assist today. Just look at the ball from Foden. Foden's up to doing his usual work. Wow. What a ball that is. Superb from City. 4-0. Superb from Phil Foden. A goal and an assist. Should have had a hat trick today. For the amount of chances he's himself created, to be honest. This is not going to be an easy Champions League table to finish in the top 8, especially of Dortmund there thumping Celtic, who are no slouches. Then you have PSG losing to Arsenal. You have Arsenal who have drawn to Atlanta previously. Inter, we have drawn to Inter. Bayer Leverkusen beating AC Milan. This ain't going to be easy to finish in the top 8. Jeremy Doku, and that's a corner. Jack Grealish is coming on. It's in the place of Savinho, I guess. No, I think it's Doku who's going to be taken out. Savinho on the right and Grealish on the left. I think that could be the plan. Phil Foden take the set piece. A good set piece, I would say. A very good set piece. Better than what we have seen till now. Rico Lewis, link up play between McAtee and Foden was superb. I just would like to see Oscar Bob involved. Be fit again. How Oscar Bob in tight spaces is just magic. Ah! Again. James McAtee should have had a second, to be honest. This is just superb from James McAtee there. Tight spaces, one, twos. It's magical. It's absolutely magical what we are seeing here from City. The youngsters, Rico Lewis, Phil Ford, and James McAtee. Look at how James McAtee is gliding in those small spaces. Maybe I think Pep could play him in that right hand side, right wing role in place of Bernardo, to be honest. Just look at how he's gliding in those spaces. Uh, that's gone out. Heavy touch from Josko Guardiola. Bloody Kyle Walker's coming on. Phil Foden's had an exceptional goal and an exceptional assist. Jack Grealish is coming on. Look at Pep Guardiola. They're very happy, I think. Grealish for Doku and Walker for Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis, McAtee, Phil Foden, the academy graduates have had Fantastic game. Oh, he's taken Joshua Guardiola out. His left Tricolo is on. Understandable. Guardiola had played for Newcastle against Newcastle as well. So Walker for Guardiola and Grealish for Foden. This is interesting. Is finally given Grealish 12 minutes. Is finally given Grealish 12 minutes to play in the midfield. JSK is here. Hey JSK, how are you doing? He says, what the F today? I didn't know there is a match. It was magical bit of play, JSK. The CDM position still is a concern. Gundo there didn't look as convincing, but you have to watch the fourth goal and also Foden's second goal. I mean, James McAtee for the fourth goal was just magical. James McAtee on that right hand side tight spaces was playing on another level today. And Phil Foden was also very sharp. Rico Lewis outstanding. Rico superb. I think all our academic graduates today were absolutely class, magical. JSK says and type to make and try to make Rico Lewis permanent right back, even if it costs the league or UCL, it will be good for long term. Walker has dusted. Rico Lewis today, he had one assist, he played Haaland through, but he should have had at least 2 3 goals. He should have had a hat trick as well. He got so many chances. He should have had a penalty that is not given.